Hello friends, myself Dr. V.R. Dangar. Today I am going to discuss about VSPR theory. First of all, what is VSPR? Full form valence shell electron pair repulsion, or it's called Gillespie-Nyholm theory or stereochemistry of inorganic molecules. Before we start VSPR theory, let's see what is Sedgwick-Powell rule, bond pair of electrons and lone pair of electrons. First is Sedgwick-Powell rule. As there is repulsion between electrons filled in the orbitals of atom, these orbitals arranges themselves in space in such a way that there is minimum repulsion between electrons filled in them. On the basis of this arrangement of orbitals, the geometry or shape of molecule is determined. This is Sedgwick-Powell rules. Now let's two important terms. Bond pair of electrons. What is bond pair of electrons? The electrons of the bond between two atoms is known as bond pair of electron. The electron cloud of such electron pair is bounded or localized between two atoms. Thus, therefore, they are localized electron. Moreover, their electron cloud is not spread in space. Hence, there is very less repulsion between bonded electrons. Now, what is lone pair of electron? The electrons of atom which has not participated in bond formation is called lone pair of electron or non-bonding electron pair. This lone pair of electron is associated with only single atom. Therefore, they are more spread in space and hence they are called delocalized electron pair. Moreover, the repulsion between lone pair electron is more. As the lone pair electron cloud is more spread in space, it repels the bond pair electron to a greater extent. As a result, the bond angle between bond pair of electron contracts or shrinks. Now let's discuss about VSPR theory. Full form of VSPR, valence shell electron pair repulsion, or Gillespie-Nyholm theory or stereochemistry of inorganic molecules. This theory is based on repulsion between electrons, for example lone pair or bond pair of valence shell. Hence, it is also known as valence shell electron pair repulsion or VSEPR theory. VSPR rule. First rule is there is more repulsion between lone pair of electrons, LPES, lone pair electrons, than the bond pair of electrons. It is the repulsion order is lone pair is greater than lone pair bond pair is greater than bond pair. Thus, first rule of VSPR is there is more repulsion between lone pair of electrons than the bond pair of electrons. So, for example, here methane's bond angle is 109 degree 28 minute, ammonia 107 degree 3 minute, and H2O 104 degree and 5 minute. So, why methane's bond angle is more than H2O? What is reason? So, methane, ammonia and H2O represent sp3 hybridization. 3 methane, ammonia and H2O represent sp3 hybridization, but their bond angle or shapes are different. Why? This reason we can discuss about first rule. So what is reason why methane is tetrahedral or bond angle is high than other molecule? So as we know that the lone pair of electron cloud is more spread in space. For example, here one lone pair in ammonia and two lone pair of electron in H2O, but there is no lone pair electron in methane molecule. So it lone pair, it repels the bond pair to a greater extent. Therefore geometry of ammonia and H2O molecule are distorted or distortion and bond angle shrinks. Therefore shapes are also different in H2O and ammonia molecule as compared to methane molecule. So order of bond angle here is correct. Methane is greater than ammonia, is greater than H2O. So in methane all three molecules have 4 electron pair. In methane there is 4 electrons are, but all are bond pair of electrons. In ammonia there is 1 lone pair and 3 bond pair. In H2O there is 2 lone pair and 2 bond pair. So these shapes or bond angles are different. We can answer this first rule of VSPR theory. Now let's see second rule of VSPR theory. As the electronegativity of atom bonded with central atom increases, there is decrease in repulsion between bond pair of electrons. Therefore second rule is depend on electronegativity. So what is electronegativity? It is the tendency of an atom to attract the share pair of electrons towards itself in a covalent bond. So for example, bond angles order, ammonia is more bond angle than NF3, NH3 107 degree and 3 minute, NF3 is 102 degree. As well second example, OH2 is 104 degree and 3 minute, and OF2 103 degree and 3 minute. So why bond angle ammonia is more than NF3 or OH2 more than OF2? So here electronegativity of, we know that electronegativity of nitrogen is 3.1, hydrogen is 2.1, fluorine is 4.1, oxygen 3.5, sulfur 2.44 and phosphorus 2.06. So here why ammonia is more bond angle than NF3? So in ammonia HN bond and here NF bond both are polar bonds. In ammonia molecule sigma bonding electron pair is nearer to nitrogen atom due to higher electronegativity of nitrogen atom than the hydrogen atom. Therefore bond pair repulsion is more in ammonia molecule. Therefore bond angle must be higher, while in NF3 molecule sigma bonding is nearer to fluorine atom, F atom. Thus sigma bonding electron pair is become thinner orbital. Due to this reason bond pair repulsion is less in NF3 molecule. Therefore, bond angle order is here NH3 is greater than NF3. Same region we discuss in bond angle order of OH2 is greater than OF2. Here oxygen's electron negativity is more than hydrogen, so sigma bonding is nearer oxygen atom. So here bond pair of electrons are more repulsion of more in OH2 or H2O molecule. In OF2, oxygen's electronegativity is 3.5 and fluorine's 4.1. So fluorine's electron negativity is more. So now polar bond is here O to F. So sigma bonding is nearer this fluorine atom. So here bond pair repulsion is less as compared to H2O. So OH2 is more than OF2 in bond angle order. Now third rule of VSPR theory is basis on multiple bonds. The pi bond does not determine the geometry of molecule, but only the number of bond pair of electrons and lone pair of electrons are responsible for any specific shape of molecule. So here no multiples are determine any molecule's geometry. For example, CO2 is linear while SO2 is angular. Second region SO2 and SO3 represent sp2 hybridization, but shapes are different. Carbon bond length less in C2H2 ethine or acetylene and C2H for ethylene. So why CO2 is linear and SO2 is angular? In we know that about hybridization in SO2 in CO2 molecule there is sp hybridization. So sp hybridization, so geometry, therefore geometry of CO2 is linear, while in SO2 there is sp2 hybridization. So its angle or geometry is angular. So CO2 is linear, why SO2 is in angular due to this sp and this sp2 hybridization. But in SO2 and SO3 represent both are sp2 hybridization, but shapes are different. Why shapes are different in SO2 and SO3? In SO2 molecule and SO3 molecule both are represent sp2 hybridization, but in SO2 molecule there are 2 sigma bond and 2 pi bond and 1 lone pair of electron on sulfur atom. And SO3 there are 3 sigma bond and 3 pi bond. So in SO3 there is no lone pair in SO3 molecule. So in SO2 molecule 1 lone pair will repel to near bond pair electron. So its geometry contracts or shrink. So its shapes are angular or V shape, but in SO3 there is no lone pair. So ideal hybridization sp2 shape is trigonal planar. So SO2 is angular and SO3 is trigonal planar shape. Same region carbon bond length less in C2H2 and C2H4. Why carbon bond length less in acetylene and ethylene? Both molecules are both molecules have multiple bonds. Carbon bond length in methane generally 1.54 angstrom. In ethylene C double bond C there is 1 sigma n pi bond. Its bond length is 1.34 angstrom, and in ethine or acetylene, C triple bond C, 1 sigma and 2 pi. Therefore, in acetylene there are 2 pi bond, and in ethylene there is 1 pi bond. So when increase in pi bond will depend on bond order. So bond order is inversely proportional to 1 upon bond length. The increase in the degree of overlapping of orbitals brings the atoms nearer to each other, and hence bond length decreases. Thus pi bond shortens the bond distances. So in ethylene there is 1 pi bond, in acetylene there are 2 pi bonds. In case of ethylene molecule, it has 1 pi bond, and C2H2 acetylene molecule has 2 pi bond. Therefore carbon-carbon bond length less in these two molecules. Now fourth rule of VSPR theory: the repulsion between bond pair of electrons in molecule having complete valence shell is more than that in molecule having incomplete valence shell. So here two main points: complete valence shell and incomplete valence shell. For example, ammonia is more than pH3 in bond angle, and H2O is more than H2S, or ammonia is more basic than pH3. Why these are occurring? So let's see why H2O bond angle is more than H2S. In case of H2O, molecule has complete valence shell. Therefore repulsion between electron pair will be maximum and angle will be more. But in H2O, H2S molecule has incomplete valence shell. Here central atom S is incomplete valence shell, and here oxygen is complete valence shell. So in H2S molecule has incomplete valence shell. Therefore repulsion between between electron pair will be minimum and bond angle will be smaller. So here which molecules have consist complete valence shell and which is incomplete valence shell. In complete valence shell there is more repulsion between bond pair of electron, so its bond angle is more than the incomplete valence shell. So in third, why ammonia is more basic than the P. So why ammonia is more basic? Because in ammonia molecule sigma bonding electron pair, sigma orbital, is nearer to nitrogen atom due to higher electronegativity of nitrogen than this hydrogen atom. Electron density increases surrounded to nitrogen atom. Thus lone pair of ammonia molecule or lone pair of nitrogen atom easily donate to other molecule. Therefore it is strong Lewis base, while pH3 less basic as compared to pH3 as compared to NH3. Fifth rule: when an atom having incomplete valence shell is bonded to atom having complete valence shell, then there is a transference of lone pair of electron from complete valence shell to incomplete valence shell. For example, PF3's bond angle is more than NF3, and practical and theoretical bond length differ in SiF4. Why here? So why bond angle of PF3 is more than NF3? So in PF3, P is consist incomplete valence shell, and here F is complete valence shell. So complete to incomplete valence shell, there is a lone pair of electron is donated to F2p. So here a lone pair, here's a bond pair electrons repulsion is more in PF3. Therefore, its bond angle is high. Same reason we can given in SiF4. Here Si is incomplete valence shell and fluorine F is complete valence shell. So in complete to incomplete valence shell, there is a one lone pair electrons in donate to F2Si. Therefore, same region in SiF4 we can give an answer. Now last rule 6, rule of VSPR. In the molecules having 4, 5 or 6 electron pairs, the arrangement of these electron pair is in such a way that there is minimum repulsion between these electron pair. For example, PCl5, ClF3, SF6, IF7, these are all contain electron pairs. So on depending on electron pair, its geometry we can determine easily. So these are all VSPR rules. Thanks.